Good morning, guys. Good to see you. Today is day 5 of the 4,000 calorie 21 day challenge and I feel good. I weighed in this morning at 150 on the dot. Yesterday's weight was 149.6, so I only gained 0.4 of a pound, which is very insignificant. I'm anxious to see. The scale seems like it's creeping up and then it's kind of like gonna wait there for a minute and then probably is gonna creep up again. Like I told you before, my normal weight is about 155. The most I've ever weighed is 160. I really don't feel like there's a chance in hell I'm gonna get up to 160, but things are going great so far. So I started off this morning with a keto coffee. I went with the 2 tablespoons of MCT oil, 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and I dashed a little cinnamon on top. And for the first time in the last 2 days, I've been excited to eat macadamia nuts. If you watched yesterday's video, we made macadamia nuts with coated chocolate, and they are amazing. So I have half a cup of those here. Now let's see where that puts us this morning. Okay, so off to another good start today. I'm at 910 calories, which means I have 3,090 calories to go. I'm feeling good. Today is a rest day. I'll talk to you more about rest days here in a little bit. I got my cousin Austin coming over. We're gonna find something fun to do. So yeah, I'm going to do a consultation here with a guy from Ireland. I love doing consultations because I get to meet people from all around the world. So I'm gonna jump on Skype with him and then I'll get right back with you guys in a sec.
1 hour later.
All right, we just got done with that consultation. I just kind of want to address something really quick because I think some people feel like the ketogenic diet is a fad. This diet has been around since the 1920s, like I've told you before. They used it back then to treat seizures with children who had epilepsy. Just the idea of this diet being a fad and everybody's kind of like, oh, it'll fizzle out, you know, and I call bullshit on that. I think the ketogenic diet is here to stay forever. I'm so glad it got brought up into the forefront. It challenges everything in society. It challenges everything in your mind, and that's kind of why I love it. You know, it's very like anti-establishment, anti-big business. You know, just the idea of eating tons and tons of fat when everybody has told you your entire life that if you do that, you're gonna die. Trust me, I've eaten like 200 grams of fat for the past year, and as you see, I'm 5% body fat. So if fat made you fat, it certainly didn't work on me. I almost just kind of get offended when people say, oh, it's just a fad and all this other stuff, because man, they're using this diet to cure cancer. They're using this diet in Alzheimer's research. I was at the Low Carb USA conference and Dr. Jacob Wilson, you know, was using the diet and showed a guy who had Parkinson's disease with tremors, and all of a sudden his tremors went away. Like, that's powerful stuff. That's not a fad. There's nothing fad about that. You know, this diet changes lives. I'm just doing my small little part to help out as many people as possible. You know, I live this keto lifestyle and I want as many other people to experience the benefits as well. There's no comparison when it comes to the energy levels, mental clarity, a sense of well-being. You know, this is just the way we were designed to eat. We're not supposed to be eating all those crazy processed, refined carbohydrates, you know, that are mass-produced, stuffed in boxes and shipped to grocery stores in bulk. That stuff kills you, man. And I feel like a lot of people get super scared, you know, when they jump into the ketogenic diet. And that's understandable. It is freaky when all of a sudden you're eating 200 grams of fat and before you were eating 40 grams of fat. So there's this level of like hypersensitivity. Like, people have a million questions, and that's fine. It's always important to ask questions and understand things, but whatever you do, don't get paralysis by analysis, meaning you're going to investigate every single aspect of this diet, every single food that goes into your mouth. You're going to do everything so meticulous, and you end up doing so much research, and the research out there, and a lot of people, even on YouTube, it's like you hear one thing here from me, and then you go to another YouTube channel and you hear something else different, and it all just gets super crazy and confusing, and in your head it just doesn't process, and you start questioning everything, and you end up getting paralysis, meaning you end up not taking actions. You end up not even doing the diet, and if you do the diet, you don't enjoy it because you're freaking out about everything. It's really not that hard. Increase your fats, keep your proteins at a moderate level, and kick the carbs that kill you. And over time, you will get better and better and better at doing it, and it will become a lifestyle. That's the key key. Don't overthink stuff. Just do what works for you. I'm not saying don't do any research, because you definitely should. You know, it's always good to educate yourself on what's going in your mouth and how your body's responding, but just kind of go with the flow. Once you've done a good amount of research and you feel like you're ready, jump off the cliff. Don't just stand on the end of the cliff and just keep asking everybody, is it okay? Is it okay? Can I jump? Is it okay? How far down is it? Just jump, and then on the way down, you're gonna build the parachute. That's just the way it works. So that's that. I am waiting for my cousin to get here still. I can't eat any more food right now. I've had almost 1,000 calories, and it's still 9:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna wait just a little bit. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, so my cousin Austin just got here. I just took a pee test just for the hell of it. We are good to go on that. I am taking my morning supplements here. So we have fish oil, L-carnitine, and a multivitamin. I'm gonna make sure that I drink tons and tons of water today to stay hydrated. We also have half a cup of mixed salted nuts here. They have almonds, which are awesome, walnuts, which are also great. There is also pistachios. Now, I warn you about pistachios. Eating too many of them, they're a little bit higher glycemic, so I don't really recommend you eat a ton of pistachios, but just a few is completely fine. The same is true for cashews. So we are gonna get on the road and blow off some steam.
To be honest with you, gun ranges make me nervous. That was only like the third time I think that I've shot weapons. I go with my cousin Austin, who is an avid outdoorsman, so it's always cool to have him there with me. The reason I bought a gun, interestingly enough, is because Carly, when we lived in Atlanta, had a stalker who kept showing up to my house when I was not there. It was like the scariest experience of my life, her calling me in a huge panic. So I got a little tiny revolver for her just to have, just in case. You never really know. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. There was a guy in there who had literally like a bazooka. That thing made my heart skip a beat, man. It made me super nervous. Nonetheless, that was a fun time. So now we are gonna head to Costco, because since I eat for a living now, I need to re-up on some groceries.
All right, we are back from Costco. I love that place. It's awesome to save money. You can buy everything in bulk. But I'll tell you what, those sweet, cute old ladies who are passing out free samples literally on every aisle was tempting. There were nothing but carbohydrates. Obviously, we stayed strong. So we have our first official meal here. We have 3 whole eggs cooked in butter. I topped it with cheese, salsa, and sour cream. I got some Swedish meatballs from IKEA the other day, so I put some of those on my plate. I have 5 of those. And then of course we have 1 whole avocado with sea salt sprinkled on top. And I'm gonna finish it off with a glass of unsweetened vanilla almond milk.
20 minutes later.
Shovel it in, man. I have 1/2 an avocado left on this plate. My brain is totally trying to make me stop eating right now. God. I've eaten so many avocados that I'm done like trying to cut them up and all that stuff. I just spoon it out of this like that. Force feeding yourself fat is very difficult. Currently at 2,244 calories, we have 1,756 calories remaining. It's only 2 o'clock, so I guess that's good. The macro breakdown so far is 215 grams of fat, which is interesting because for the past year, I took in on average about 180 to 200 grams of fat every day, and it's 2 o'clock and I'm already over that. Protein is at 53, still very low, and then carbohydrates are at 45 total. The current time is now 4:37 p.m. and I am whooped. I have absolutely no appetite whatsoever. I resorted to drinking another keto coffee here just to try and get in some more calories because I can drink my calories, but I cannot eat them at the moment. We just have 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of MCT oil in this keto coffee. And today, actually I shouldn't even say today because I woke up this morning feeling great, but after my first real big meal, I just went just straight down with the appetite, man. My body's really fighting me hard right now. I could feel like I could go 3 days without eating at this point. But today is the first day where I really realized the magnitude of what I signed myself up for. By no means did I think this was going to be a cakewalk, but I wasn't expecting the struggle to come so early in my journey. To be honest with you, and I have to assume that a lot of people out there who are trying to lose weight, get in good shape, might experience the same exact thing. You're really excited to reach that goal, and then, a few days in, you start questioning yourself. Things don't start going your way, and you panic, you doubt yourself, and that's currently where I'm at right now. But I keep going back to this, and that is being persistent, staying committed, and always just finding a way. Days like this are gonna come. No matter what your goal is, you're gonna face the struggles, but I feel like out of that struggle is your opportunity to grow. So, now that I'm sitting here talking about this, I kind of realize in the moment that this is a good thing. I don't know what the hell the outcome of this 21-day experiment's gonna be, but all I know is that the journey along the way, the struggles, are gonna make me a better person. I'm gonna learn a lot about myself. I'm gonna learn especially how to stay committed under very adverse situations like this. So I just encourage you guys, when you come across a bad day, just fight it out. I'm just trying to think right now, tomorrow is going to be better. I'm just going to do whatever I can to get by today. I'm going to stay strong. Tomorrow is going to be better. That's what I'm telling myself right now. I also want to talk about rest days because today is a rest day for me, and maybe that's why I'm struggling so much at the moment now that I think about it, because I didn't work out today, so I didn't really work up an appetite, but nonetheless, I get a lot of people who ask me about rest days. Now, rest days, in my opinion, are extremely critical to your success. A lot of people are so deathly afraid to take rest days, and at the beginning of my career in the fitness industry with so much riding on the line, I was deathly afraid to take rest days, and I severely suffered for it. These days, I'm very smart, and I take as much rest as I need. I am a very instinctive person when it comes to my diet and my training. That basically means I follow my instincts, I follow my gut. I really put my mind in touch with my body, and when I get a signal or any kind of feedback, I act on it. So I don't necessarily have I'm gonna rest Wednesday and Friday, or I'm gonna rest 2 days a week. I have a training split that changes all the time. For example, chest day 1, back day 2, legs day 3, shoulders and arms day 4. And then I'll just keep repeating that. And I will take rest days in between those days whenever I feel like it's necessary. That's just the way I've always approached it. So today is my rest day because I woke up and I was like, my body said, yo, I'm sore, you should probably rest. There's no need in going to the gym right now. You've broken down as many muscle fibers as possible. Let's rest and recover. Tomorrow, if I wake up and feel the same way, guess what? I'm gonna take another rest day, and I have no problem with that because here's the deal. When you go to the gym, you put all that hard work in the gym, you throw the weights around, you're doing your cardio. What you're doing is ripping muscle fibers apart, right? You're causing trauma. That's where the term ripped comes from. Now, in order for you to gain strength, you have to allow those muscle fibers to grow back. And the body has an adaptation mechanism where those muscle fibers will grow back and overlap where they were before. That's a defense against the next time you go into the gym and you want to break down that muscle fiber. The body wants to adapt and says no. So that's why it's also important the next time you go to the gym, you got to work twice as hard, because now it's going to be a lot more difficult to rip that muscle fiber apart. But anyways, if you rip those muscle fibers apart and you are so excited about working out, you forget to take a rest day after 2 damn weeks, guess what? Those muscle fibers are never going to fully grow back and you will actually become weaker. I see it happen all the time. People get super excited in the very beginning of their journey. They want to work out every single day, twice a day, and they wonder why they're not solidifying any kind of gains. That's because they are not resting. And I'm telling you this from experience. Mentally, taking a rest day is very hard for a lot of people because you just for some reason feel like you're falling off the wagon, you're not giving it 100% today. You know, a lot of people are just addicted to fitness, and that's totally awesome. You know, you find your release at the gym, and that's all good and well, but rest is super, super important, even for your central nervous system, right? You got to give your central nervous system a break from all of that stress. So I just highly encourage you guys, no matter how many rest days you want to take a week, just really listen to your body and pay attention to it. When you need a rest day, your body will tell you. I guarantee it has already. You have just said no, because I'm super committed and I have to go to the gym, because if I don't go to the gym, I'm not going to make any gains. I'm not going to lose any weight. Listen to your body and take rest days. Keto shake. No heavy whipping cream this time, just a keto shake. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I got a second wind. I made a meal here. So what we have is leftover brisket from City Barbecue that I had last night. We've got 8 ounces of that, and we also have another avocado with sea salt on top. I'm gonna eat this like as quick as I possibly can. I kind of found that to be a good strategy. When you're eating 4,000 calories, I don't recommend you do, but if you do, definitely don't take your time eating, man. My strategy has just been to shove it down as fast as possible before the satiety effect kicks in. So let's see where we're at now with this meal added. We are at 3,738 calories. I have 262 calories remaining.
Later.
All right, so it's getting late and I have just over 200 calories remaining, so I made myself some of these salami and cream cheese roll-ups. These things are awesome. I have 4 of these to eat. After I eat these 4, we have reached 4,018 calories. The macro breakdown for today is 357 grams of fat, 156 grams of protein, and 69 grams of carbohydrates. I had 34 grams of fiber, so when I subtract that from carbs, I was at 35 grams of net carbs. You know, today wasn't perfect, but it didn't have to be, because all we had to do was reach our goal, which we did, so I can go to bed feeling confident and proud. I've got a ton of editing to do. This vlog life is killing me. I don't know which is a bigger challenge, vlogging like this or eating 4,000 calories, but nonetheless, I love what I do. I love helping you guys out. So with that said, you know what's up, man. Keep up the good work and much love.